it was a great cricket wicket. Let me say that first of all. It was absolutely what we wanted. Good carry throughout the game. We played on these sort of wickets a little bit last year here, and they worked brilliantly for us. Exactly the same. So credit to the groundsman, been brilliant delivering that for us. But it was tough at times. There was plenty in it for the bowlers, but I think our batsmen showed some great character up front. Joe Weatherly in his first game, really pleased to see him settle and play the way he did. Joe Denley carried on his form from pre-season, played beautifully, and then the fight at the end really with the guys down the lower end. James Treble a couple of times this game, James Harris, who played beautifully first innings, Will Gidman second innings, had got us up to a pretty competitive score first innings, and then those extra runs second innings just to really sort of grind Gloucester into the dirt. 390, 400, that last thing was always going to be a challenge no matter what the wicket was like, so that was really pleasing. And I think the most pleasing thing obviously was how we bowled. We have historically struggled first game of the season with the ball, but not far. I mean, so far away from that today, and well throughout the course of this game. Just the consistency of the length we bowled from ball one to the last ball was just on the money. I mean, I think you could count the rank balls on one hand. They were few and far between. Starting with James and Darren, Mitch continued it with Colsey, and Will came on, did his bit as well. So it was just exactly what we've been striving for throughout our winter prep and through pre-season, just trying to make sure these guys are consistent and as threatening as they can be on these sort of wickets, getting the ball in the right area, and that will be the message throughout the season. So I think that complete collective from a bowling unit that just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming, got the most out of that wicket, and obviously 20 wickets in 2.5 days is a pretty good effort.
Absolutely. Darren Stevens getting those 6 wickets at the end, showing that experience that he's got, the consistency, the accuracy is such an important part of bowling, and he's still putting in fantastic performances despite the fact that he's got 20 years of experience now.
Yeah, not bad for a 60-year-old, is it? I mean, it's he is a bit of a fine wine, Darren. With the ball especially, he does just seem to get better. And but it doesn't matter how fast or slow you bowl, whatever level of cricket you play, and if you bowl the ball in the right areas enough, then you're going to be in the shake-up of getting wickets. And mixed in with that, Darren's skill levels are so huge. The craft he has with the ball is exceptional. I mean, that was an absolute masterclass of skill and accuracy. Keeps doing it. I mean, he's been doing it for a long time now with the ball. He bowls 70 odd miles an hour. It's not a huge amount of pace, but just goes to show if you can deliver that skill over and over again with high execution, you're going to get your rewards. And I'm really pleased for all of them, but Darren especially.
Do you think you've made a big statement to some of the big teams? You've got Sussex next, who are going to be a big challenger in this Division 2 as well. Do you think you made a big statement to the rest of the teams in this division?
Well, it's one game, and that is pretty important to remember that. It's just one game and plenty more cricket to go, so we're not going to get too carried away. That was great. That was a bit of hopefully a template for how we play our cricket this year. But there's going to be a lot of good sides we've got to come up against throughout the course of the year. Sussex will be one of the favourites, I think, if not the favourites, probably to go up this year with the reinforcements that they've made, and very good side anyway. So it will be probably a sterner challenge, especially on their pitch. But we only really can concentrate on what we want to do and what we need to do to be good. And I think if we put a performance like that, then we'll give them a really tough challenge.